Hello students, now we will see the topic posology. Upon completion of the topic, the student shall be able to define posology, to know various factors influencing dose of a drug and understand the pediatric dose calculations. First definition, posology is derived from the Greek word posos meaning how much and logos meaning science. So, posology is the branch of medical science which deals with dose or quantity of drugs which can be administered to a patient to get desired pharmacological actions. Factors influencing dose of drug. The optimum dose of a drug which produces the desired therapeutic effect varies from person to person because every individual varies both in the degree and the character of the response produced by the drug. The following are some of the factors that influence the dose of a drug, like age, sex, body weight, route of administration, time of administration, environmental factors, emotional factors, presence of disease, accumulation, additive effect, synergism, antagonism, idiosyncrasy, tolerance, tachyphylaxis, and metabolic disturbances. Now see the number of factors one by one. Age. The pharmacokinetic of many drugs changes with age. Children and old people need lesser amount of drug. In children, the enzyme systems in the liver and renal excretion remain less developed. So, all the dose should be less than that of an adult. In elderly patients, the renal functions decline. Metabolism rate in the liver also decreases. Drug absorption from the intestine becomes slower in elderly patients. So, in geriatric patients, the dose is less. For example, paracetamol dose should be 125 mg, 250 mg for children, whereas for adults it should be 500 mg, 650 mg, etc. Elderly patients are more sensitive to some drug effects, for example, hypnotics and tranquilizers, which may produce confusion states in them. Second factor, sex. Women do not respond to the action of drug in same manner as it is done in men. Special care should be taken while administering any drug to a woman during menstruation, pregnancy, and lactation. Strong purgatives should not be given in menstruation and pregnancy. Anti-malarial drugs, ergot alkaloids, should not be taken during pregnancy to avoid deformation of fetus. The drugs like antihistamines, morphine, and tetracycline, which are excreted in the milk, should be avoided to the mothers who are breastfeeding. Third factor, body weight. It influences the dose of drug, the concentration of drug in the body. The average adult dose is calculated for a person with 70 kg body weight. For exceptionally obese or lean patient, the dose may be calculated on body weight basis. Next factor is route of administration. In case of intravenous injection, the total drug reaches directly to the systematic circulation. Hence, the dose is less in intravenous injection than through oral route or any other route. Next is time of administration. The drugs are most quickly absorbed from empty stomach. The presence of food in the stomach delays the absorption of drugs. Hence, a potent drug is given before meal. An irritant drug is given after meal so that the drug is diluted with food and thus produces less irritation. For example, iron, arsenic, and cod liver oil should always be given after meals. Now, environmental factors. Daylight is stimulant which enhances the effect of stimulant drugs. Darkness is sedative. Hypnotics are more effective at night. Stimulant types of drugs are taken at daytime and sedative types of drugs are taken at night. So the dose of a sedative required in daytime will be much higher at the night. Alcohol is better tolerated in cold environment than in summer. Emotional factors. Psychological state of mind can affect the response of a drug. The females are more emotional than males and requires less dose of certain drugs. Placebo is an inert substance that does not contain any drug. Commonly used placebos are lactose tablets and distilled water injections, which produce therapeutic benefit in diseases like angina pectoris and bronchial asthma. Presence of disease also influence the dose of drug. Several diseases may affect the dose of drugs. In liver disease, metabolism of some drugs like morphine and phenobarbital decreases. Streptomycin is excreted mainly by the kidney, may prove toxic if the kidney of the patient is not working properly. During fever, a patient can tolerate high doses of antipyretics than a normal person. Next factor is accumulation. Any drug will accumulate in the body if the rate of absorption is more than the rate of elimination. Slowly eliminated drugs are often accumulated in the body and often causes toxicity. For example, prolonged use of chloroquine causes damage to retina. Drugs like digitalis, imitin, and heavy metals produces toxic symptoms if repeatedly administered for a long time. Additive effect. When the total pharmacological action of two or more drugs administered together is equivalent to sum of their individual pharmacological action, then it is called additive effect. For example, combination of ephedrine and aminophylline in the treatment of bronchial asthma shows the additive effect. Then synergism. When two or more drugs are used in combination form, their action is increased. It is called as synergism. For example, procaine and adrenaline combination increases the duration of action of procaine. Next factor is antagonism. When the action of one drug is opposed by the another drug on the same pharmacological system, it is known as drug antagonism. For example, milk of magnesia is given in acid poisoning, where alkaline effect of milk of magnesia neutralize the effect of acid poisoning. Another example is combination of adrenaline and acetylcholine neutralizes the effect of each other due to antagonism effect, because adrenaline is vasoconstrictor while acetylcholine is vasodilator. Next one factor is idiosyncrasy. An extraordinary response to a drug which is different from its characteristic pharmacological action is called idiosyncrasy. For example, small quantity of aspirin may cause gastric hemorrhage. A small dose of quinine may produce ringing in the ears. Now, tolerance. Sometimes higher dose of a drug is required to produce a given response. Drug tolerance simply means that a person's reaction to a drug decreases as they continue to use it. A person with a drug tolerance has to take larger doses in order to achieve the same effect as they did earlier in their drug use. For example, smokers can tolerate nicotine. Alcoholic can tolerate large quantity of alcohol. Tolerance occurs commonly in drugs like antihistamines, narcotic analgesics, etc. Another factor is tachyphylaxis. When doses of a drug is repeated at short intervals and reduction in response occurs, the decreased response cannot be reversed by increasing the dose. This phenomenon is known as tachyphylaxis. This is usually seen in ephedrine in treatment of bronchial asthma. Another drugs showing this effect are nicotine, amphetamine, cocaine, and nitrates. Metabolic disturbances may influence the dose of drug. Changes in water electrolyte balance and acid-base balance, body temperature, and other physiological factors may modify the effects of drugs. Salicylates reduce body temperature if an individual has rise in body temperature. They have no antipyretic effect if the body temperature is normal. Another one example is the absorption of iron from GIT is maximum in case of iron deficiency anemia. The next point in this chapter is pediatric dose calculations based on age, body weight, and body surface area. First is pediatric dose calculations based on age. Number of methods are used to calculate the dose of drug based on age. In that, first one is Young's formula. It is used for children under 12 years of age. The formula is dose for the child is equal to age in years upon age in years plus 12 into adult dose. Second formula is Dealing's formula. It is used for children above 12 years of age. Dose for the child is equal to age in years upon 20 into adult dose. Third method is Freed's formula. It is used for infants. Formula is dose for the child is equal to age in months upon 150 into adult dose. Now let us see some examples based on these formulas. First one is calculate the dose for a child of 5 years old when the adult dose of drug is 100 mg. Now solve this problem. Age of a child is 5 years. So according to Young's formula, dose for the child is equal to age in years upon age in years plus 12 into adult dose. So 5 upon 5 plus 12 into 100 is equal to 30 mg. Second example, calculate the dose for a boy of 22 years old when the adult dose of drug is 100 mg. Answer is age of a boy is 22 years. So according to Dealing's formula, dose for the child is equal to age in years upon 20 into adult dose. So 22 upon 20 into 100 is equal to 110 mg. Next example, what is the dose for an 8-month-old infant if the average adult dose of a drug is 250 mg? Now here the age of infant is 8 months. So according to Freed's formula, dose for a child is equal to age in month upon 150 into adult dose. So 8 upon 150 into 250 is equal to 13.3 milligram. Next calculations are based on body weight. Pediatric dose calculations based on body weight involves two formulas, also called as Clark's rule. First one is dose for the child is equal to child's weight in kg upon 70 into adult dose. Second formula is dose for the child is equal to child's weight in lb, that is pound, upon 150 into adult dose. Examples for calculations based on body weight. First one is what is the dose of a medicament for a child that weighs 2 kg if the average adult dose is 200 mg? Answer is according to Clark's rule, dose for the child is equal to child's weight in kg upon 70 into adult dose. So 2 upon 70 into 200 is equal to 5.71 mg. Second example is what is the dose of drug for a child that weighs 28 lb if the average adult dose is 100 mg. Again, to solve this problem, we have to use the Clark's rule. So, dose for the child is equal to child's weight in lb upon 150 into adult dose. So, 28 upon 150 into 100 is equal to 18.66 mg. Now, pediatric dose calculations based on body surface area. The formula is dose for the child is equal to body surface area of child into meter square upon 1.73 into adult dose. Example for this: calculate the dose for a child that has a body surface area of 0.57 meter square when the adult dose of drug is 50 mg. According to dose calculations based on body surface area, dose for the child is equal to body surface area of child upon 1.73 into adult dose. So, 0.57 upon 1.73 into 50 is equal to 16.5 milligram. So, dose for a child will be 16.5 milligram. After completion of this topic, all of you understand the definition of posology, various factors influencing dose of a drug, and the pediatric dose calculations. Thank you.